Bitcoin recently dropped from 49,000, which was a few moments after the ETF was approved, to 39,000 and below. Why is Bitcoin so volatile? Contrary to its price, Bitcoin itself is not volatile at all. In fact, it's actually one of the least internally volatile assets on the planet. It has no CEO, no management team, no earnings to hit, and no competitors competing for its profits. Bitcoin is a physical bearer asset, something that you can physically hold without counterparty risk, like gold. Bitcoin blocks are produced every 10 minutes, regardless of the dollar price and regardless of how many miners are on the network. Bitcoin is just as portable, durable, divisible, fungible, and immutably scarce as it was before the ETF approval. Bitcoin is the same, and there's a high degree of certainty that it will be the same 2 to 3 decades from today as well. It's actually very difficult to change Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin itself is not very volatile. So why is Bitcoin's price so volatile if the asset itself is not changing? Companies go up and down because of the present value of their future cash flows changes. Bonds go up and down based on default risk and inflation expectations. However, Bitcoin seems to have a mind of its own. Why is it so volatile if it doesn't change? It's humans that are volatile. Clearly, a large majority of the capital in the world has no idea how to price Bitcoin. A very small minority has learned that Bitcoin is simply a better form of money that they can buy and save. And as Bitcoin itself continues functioning and becomes more scarce over time, it will continue increasing in value relative to dollars. As more humans learn that Bitcoin is better money, they move a larger portion of their wealth into Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin also will go up in value relative to dollars. And that's where almost all of the volatility is from. Over the last 13 years, Bitcoin has had a compound annual growth rate of 141%, which is absurdly high. Bitcoin is volatile because it is growing so fast. If Bitcoin was growing at a steady 141% annual rate, what would happen? Well, investors and speculators would catch on to the trend, buy Bitcoin in size, and cause a massive, exponential, unsustainable bull market. Ultimately, this is exactly what happens, and it results in a volatile, deep bear market that frightens outsiders and wipes out many that don't fully understand Bitcoin. This means Bitcoin is not volatile because of Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin is volatile because humans are all actively in the process of discovering Bitcoin as the best form of money. Its long-term trend is massively up because it is a better form of money. That is undeniable. However, most investors and capital allocators have yet to recognize that. So waves of adoption and their emotional response to massive bull markets and massive bear markets is exactly what creates Bitcoin's intense volatility.